India has stepped up domestic LPG production and supply management as disruptions in global energy routes, particularly the closure of Strait of Hormuz, threaten fuel import following the ongoing conflict between Iran, Israel, and US. Government officials say the measures are aimed at ensuring that household cooking gas supplies remain stable even as global supply chains face pressure. India depends heavily on imports to meet its cooking gas demand. The country consumes about 31.3 billion tons of LPG every year, and nearly 87% of LPG is used in households, while the rest goes to commercial users such as restaurants and hotels. Around 62% of India's LPG requirement is imported. A large portion of these imports usually passes through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil and gas shipping routes. However, the waterway has been disrupted due to ongoing West Asia conflict, raising fears of supply shortages and price volatility. Actually, the strait is not closed. Ships are not passing through it because insurance companies are not ready to take the risk. It's not that the Hormuz Strait is barricaded or something. It's only that the ships are fearing, they're scared of some attack, and that's why they are not crossing through that channel. So, to avoid the shortages, government has taken several emergency measures, like LPG production has been increased. According to government source, LPG production has been increased by 10% following earlier directives to boost output. Daily LPG distribution currently stands at around 60 lakh cylinders, and officials say no LPG distributed in the country is facing supply shock. Number two, natural gas supply prioritized for LPG production. The government has also changed the allocation rules for domestic natural gas. Previously, compressed natural gas or CNG and piped cooking gas were the two sectors given priority access to domestic natural gas. Now, LPG production units have also been added to the priority list. Also, under the revised policy, LPG, CNG, and piped gas sectors will receive priority allocation of domestic natural gas. Other industries will receive supplies only after these needs are met. This move is intended to increase LPG production within the country during the supply disruption. Third step is committee to prioritize commercial LPG users. The government has also created a special committee within oil marketing companies to manage LPG supplies among commercial users. The panel will interact with sectors such as restaurants, hotels, and other commercial establishments and prioritize LPG allocation depending on essential needs, especially for sectors like hospitals and educational institutions. The government has invoked the Essential Commodities Act to stabilize the domestic fuel market. Under this law, authorities can control production, supply, and distribution of essential goods to prevent shortages or hoarding during emergency. The officials also say the situation is gradually stabilizing. India has begun receiving more LPG and LNG shipments from alternative sources outside the Strait of Hormuz region. According to government sources, LPG cargoes from other countries have started arriving. The shortage of very large crude carrier, or VLCC as they call them, has eased, with nearly half of the earlier deficit now resolved. Imports from non-Hormuz sources have risen to about 70% compared with 55% 10 days earlier. Despite global turmoil, officials say India's crude oil supply remains stable. Indian refineries are currently operating at full capacity, even as global oil prices have surged over $100 per barrel. Authorities also indicated that India will continue exporting refined petroleum products such as products as international demand remains firm. Narendra Modi held a review meeting on Tuesday with Hardeep Singh Puri and S. Jaishankar to assess LPG supply and potential impact of the West Asia conflict on Indian energy security.